Everybody, Vince Burke here on the bicep curl. A couple things. I have a couple students at the university that talk about bicep curls, how to activate it, what's the most efficient way to get them going and growing. So over many years, we always have so many different kinds of exercises. We do the preachers, the 21s, we do the rip set now, the bell curve set, the athletic set, the traditional set. We do hammer curls into a supination. We do a bicep curl with a plus. There's so many different ways to activate the bicep, stimulate it. But we fail to really focus on the length in which your bicep goes through under tension with a bicep. So we've done many research with the origin, insertion, nerve and action of a bicep. But I've been in many cadavers looking at specifically the bicep tendon, where it originates up in the top of the shoulder, how to expose it, whatever it may be. But then you also got to see what load could maximize the tension of it, and what range of motion could maximize the tension of it. So that's important. So let me just bring you through an example. So here I am, okay? I'm doing a typical, we see this all the time, ready? We see a bicep curl like this, and we turn. And we turn. So when I come up, I'm doing this position, okay? My bicep is activated, of course, but guess when it really turns on? When I start to supinate my bicep and turn and come down, and then I'm getting now brachioradialis. But the other thing is that you want to have good posture too. My shoulders are back and I'm like this. Still, again, I feel it, it's in my tendon, but more in my brachioradialis. And now I'm turning and I'm squeezing, okay? So when we're doing curls, that's kind of our typical thing that we see. So now I'm going to bring you through something where we're going to bring it time under tension the whole time, not just partial range of motion, okay? So you're like in this position. So my hands are here, my shoulders are back, okay? Shoulders are back, and my palms are supinated. They're in this position. This allows constant tension on the biceps. Ready? Bicep, my hands are supinated. Bicep, 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 bicep. Eccentric bicep, bicep, bicep. If I'm like this, ready? Brachioradialis, some, bicep, of course. Oops, supination, bicep. Lift up here, bicep. Come down here, negative bicep, and then turn, and I'm down. So I wasn't time under tension for the bicep for the whole length of the range of motion. That's key. Because with partial range of motion, it's partial growth, partial activation, partial stimulation, and that's the issue with your tissue. So anyway, so now I'm gonna go bicep here, bicep, curl, curl. I'm feeling my bicep and coming down. Coming down, bicep. Squeezing the whole time, bicep, okay? Now, we could also do what I call inside out, outside in, around the world, okay? So inside, here, out, and inside, and down. So if I come outside, here, I'm exposing my bicep tendon like can't believe, because I'm on the outside. Come up this way. Okay, bringing it in, isometric contraction. Bringing it down. Up. Now, the next one, we go inside, out. Right, Riley? Inside, out. Inside, out. Inside and out. So when we think about a bicep, it's much more than just bending your elbow. It's position of your palm. It's position of your shoulder in a line with the tendon to maximize the entire exposure of activation the bicep, away from here, tendon, muscle belly, and down in here. The same analogy, just so that you have an understanding, when people stretch their calf, if their calf is not lined up from their Achilles tendon with their foot, they're not stretching. They're stretching maybe the posterior tibia tendon because your feet are flat. So watch. So if I come like this, and I stretch the calf, okay? I'm feeling that on the inside here. However, if I stretch the calf in line like this, now I'm stretching the calf with a little bias to the medial head. The same thing, so if it applies for stretching to align your tissue with the issue of a goal, then you need to align your tendon, muscle junction, expose it to the most vulnerable, if you will, way to activate, innovate, stimulate for your muscle growth at the bicep. Do the same thing at every body part. So slow it down. Think about lengthening full range of motion. Think about aligning yourself up in that ready position and activate the tissue that you want to grow, stimulate, activate. Until next time, Vince Burke on the Bicep Curl.